close to this place, the smallest street, which is Street النملة.
Walking down Rashid Street, I pass by Ant Alley النملة, which Amin al-Mumayyiz described as being located behind the Al-Hamra cinema and the current central bank. It was known for being very narrow and ending at the end of a house. Today, its appearance has changed and it has been transformed into bustling market. Its name, Ant Alley, perhaps comes from its narrowness. It evokes the habitat of ants, those fascinating creatures, symbols of vigilance and hard work. The ant is an expert in the art of storing food, and world cultural heritage testifies to this in every language. It is mentioned in the Holy Quran, in Surah An-Naml, the ant, and elsewhere around the world. The universal story of the ant and the grasshopper repeats itself. The ant works day and night to prepare for winter and build its anthill, while the grasshopper spends its time playing and singing. When the cold of winter arrives, the ant finds everything it needs in its little home, while the grasshopper suffers from a lack of food and shelter. The whole world takes inspiration from the ant's way of life, storing provisions for the same reason. In every home there was a pantry to store food, taking advantage of the seasonal availability and abundance of these foodstuffs. This tradition dates back to antiquity and is shared by many civilizations. Driven by an innate instinct for survival, storage often took place in damp places like cellars and basements, in terracotta pots, because clay is a cool and moist material. It was the mother who managed this process, a complex task both administratively and practically. Amin al-Mumayyiz spoke of his mother's work and her tireless efforts to stock the pantry. His family and mother prepared these provisions as follow: a large sack of fragrant Iraqi amber rice, a sack of flour, a sack of bulgur wheat from Mosul, a sack of salt, homemade vinegar, oil, lime oil, a jar of pickled turnips prepared by the mother, a jar of soft pickles also prepared by the mother, a jar of tomato paste, a jar of apple jam prepared by the mother, a jar of citron jam prepared by the mother, a jar of Kurdish cheese with salt also prepared by the mother, a jar of date molasses prepared by the mother, a basket of oranges from the city of Baqouba or the orchards of Mendili, a sack of dried onions, a sack of dried garlic, and a basket of blue dates. Orchards of Mendili. On the wall hang necklaces of dried okra and eggplant prepared by the mother, as well as pastorma, dried beef prepared by the mother. This tradition has continued ever since, right up to my generation as children. We also performed these tasks, but on a smaller scale. I remember helping our mother with her tireless efforts, cutting tomatoes, drying them, preparing tomato paste, trimming okra, making necklaces of dried okra, and so on. With the development of modern life and the abundance of produce in markets, we abandoned this ant way of life, along with this beautiful family solidarity and preservation process. Of course, lifestyles evolve with our environment and tools, but that life, despite its simplicity, was imbued with a strong sense of family, cooperation, and the will to survive.
Because it is more than insect. It is a world of activity and a lifestyle.